Well, fans, this is a special of the regular season, and for veteran players making a comeback like the Giants' Brian Williams and the Bucs' Hardy Nickerson, this is really something special. Fans are excited and full of hope at the prospects of the start of the season, and for rookies like Giants running back Sean Bennett and Bucs defensive end John McLaughlin, this is a day they've dreamt about since they were little boys. The opening of the NFL season, the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new season of the NFL on Fox. I'm Sam Rosen. These two teams come in with a lot of optimism because they finished last season real strong. Giants won 5 of their last 6. The Bucs won 4 of their last 5, but neither team made the playoffs. They're hoping to change that this year. A pleasure to be working alongside a man who banged heads in the trenches for 10 seasons in the NFL, Bill Moss. And Bill, boy, this is an exciting time of the year.
Those rookies you just mentioned, September 12, 1999, they will never forget that day. I still remember my first time as rookie. You got time for my story?
No. We'll talk about that later. As for the Giants, they're talking offense. Their head coach, Jim Fossil, is an offensive guru, if you will, and he's looking to improve his team offensively.
Well, to keep that guru tag, he really feels he's assembled the talent to do that this year. And it all starts with their trigger man, Kent Graham, the quarterback. Picking up right where he left off at the end of the season. Through the preseason, great percentage in passing. It's his team. Now, to do that, he's got to run the football. He's got a rookie back there with all the injuries at the running back spot. Sean Bennett's going to carry the load. He's got to be able to pound the ball up inside to soften up that Tampa Bay defensive front seven.
Well, the Tampa Bay defense is outstanding. Their head coach, Tony Dungy, is a defensive guru, if you will, and he wants to improve his offense.
All these gurus are out, huh? He's finally given into the notion that he's going to open things up offensively for the Tampa Bay Bucs. The shotgun's been installed. 4 and 5 wide receiver set's been installed. And Trent Dilfer looks like a new guy. He's lost 20 pounds. He feels confident, and he's going to be confident knowing he can go without Jason Sehorn and Conrad Hamilton in the Giants secondary.
All right, we are set for the opening kickoff of the 1999 season. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. The fans are ready to go. The excitement building in Tampa. We'll be back with the opening kickoff. The ship is set to sail right after this.
You've heard him squeak. Now, hear him sing. You'll get all his hits. Songs like, You Don't Understand a Word I Say. I Haven't Bathed in a Week. And his duet with Louis, Salamander Serenade.
Oh, Salamander, I serenade you. I often think of you when I am feeling weak.
When did you do that?
I was young, okay? Okay, we make mistakes.
If you don't get AC Delco brand name parts, you'd better get a good brand name shoe. AC Delco. If you're not asking for it, you're asking for it.
No matter what kind of car or truck that comes into my shop, there's one brand of automotive parts I can depend on. AC Delco. If you're not asking for it, you're asking for it.
The return of the Super Bowl is brought to you by E-Trade, the #1 rated online broker. The most dazzling play of Super Bowl 33 was turned in not by the champion Denver Broncos, but by the Atlanta Falcons special team.
25, looking to get outside, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's up, yes! 20, 10, 5, touchdown, 94 yards.
Oh, baby.
Hey, Mr. Dinky's busy.
Hey, Dinky, I quit.
Oh, no.
Mr. Dinky, I'm not quitting. That was a joke, sir.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We are back. Some of the scores of earlier games. Look at Washington ahead of Dallas late in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia, Team Tampa Bay plays next week ahead of Arizona. Arizona coming back in that game. The Jets coming back after the injury to Vinny Testaverde ahead of New England late in the fourth quarter. And Green Bay came back to win their game. Chicago with a win over Kansas City to start the season. How about St. Louis? Good start for them. The Giants have won the toss and have elected to receive. They send back David Patton and the rookie Bashir Livingston.
One thing you always know, Sam, opening day, somebody's going to get upset.
Yeah.
You know, you see these scores out there and you say, who would have thought that could ever happen? And it happens every single year.
Livingston, a free agent, undrafted rookie, is deep. He's got great speed. Martin Gramatica, third-round draft pick out of Kansas State to kick off for Tampa Bay. A packed house here, and we're underway.
Look at that kick.
Wow. 9 yards deep. Livingston will return. Gramatica with a tremendously strong leg booms one into the end zone and negates the Giants' speed. Kent Graham, the second time he started a season at quarterback. Last time was 1997 with Arizona. Finished last season 5-1. His offensive line, he's got Brian Williams back after 2 years out with an injury, and the rookie at left guard, Luke Pettigrew. Amani Toomer and Ike Hilliard, the wide receivers. Howard Cross, the veteran tight end, and Sean Bennett, the rookie out of Northwestern, will be the running back. Charles Way, the fullback. That's Hilliard in motion. And Bennett carries. And his first carry in the NFL is good for about 5 yards on the play. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, second in the NFC last season. Warren Sapp has lost 40 pounds, playing at 289 this season. Steve White starts in place of Reagan Upshaw, who looks to be traded very shortly. Hardy Nickerson is back after the heart problems. Shelton Quarles starts in place of Jeff Gooch. He beat him out. Ronnie Barber, Donnie Abraham, Damian Robinson, John Lynch, the secondary. Giants have two tight ends in, Pete Mitchell and Howard Cross. And it's Bennett again. Flips a tackle, pushes forward up to the 29-yard line. Brad Culpepper on the tackle.
You know, the one thing the Giants talked about is formations, a lot of them. If they open up that time in 3 wide receiver sets and run the ball right at Warren Sapp, you always want to run at a good pass rusher to soften them up a little bit. Then they come back with a 2 tight end set, Sam, with the newly acquired Pete Mitchell, and they run the stretch outside with Bennett.
Again, 2 tight ends in the lineup. Joe Juravicius split out to the left side. That's Dan Campbell, a rookie, shifting. And Bennett goes up the middle and is short of a first down. The Giants went with a power backfield, and Chidi Ahanotu, number 72, made the stop on Sean Bennett.
Well, I'll tell you, Chidi Ahanotu was in there. Warren Sapp got pushed. I'll tell you who was up around the line of scrimmage, number 47, Lynch. Watch Lynch come in here, Phil. He's up right in the middle of things.
So the Giants, who were 3 and out often last season, will have to punt, and the dangerous Jaquez Green is deep, second-year man out of Florida. Brad Maynard, good high kick. Green waits, takes it at the 27. And he's brought down immediately. Good tackle on the play by Charles Way. The starting fullback gets down in a hurry and makes the stop on Jaquez Green after a 44-yard punt. And the 6th-year man who is on the hot seat, Trent Dilfer, is the quarterback. It's all on him. He had a good preseason. He's got some fine talent. A veteran line. They've got all 11 starters back on offense. Tony Mayberry and Paul Gruber, the heart and soul. The wide receivers with great speed. Riddell Anthony, Bert Emanuel looking for a comeback year. Alstott and Dunn, 2 outstanding running backs. And they kept only 3 this season. Dunn goes in motion. Short drop, out to Dunn, outside. Gets around Ryan Phillips. Taken out of bounds. Sam Garnes forced him out, but there's a key move. Ryan Phillips starting it outside linebacker.
There's the key move they want to take advantage of. We've heard about Tampa Bay opening things up offensively. Watch, out here is Ryan Phillips one-on-one with Warwick Dunn. That's the matchup they want to create. They bring Warwick Dunn out of the backfield, out to the wideout position. Look at the matchup. That's a mismatch. They go right at it.
Picked up 13 on the play. Two tight ends in. Patrick Haight, number 82, is in. That's Dave Moore in motion. Allstott, the lone setback. Allstott Karen pulls his way up across the 45. Got about 2 on the play. Cedric Jones, number 94, made the tackle. Take a look at the Giants' defense. Has a little change in it. Robert Harris, normally the starting tackle, is out with a sprained ankle. Christian Peters starting inside. Cedric Jones getting to start the season after Chad Bratsky left, signing as a free agent. Jesse Armstead, he's the leader of the linebackers. And Jeremy Lincoln is the man they'll be picking on, filling in for the injured Jason Sehorn and Conrad Hamilton. Riddell Anthony in motion for Tampa Bay on 2nd and 8. Dilfer's hit, lost the ball. Christian Peter is running for a touchdown. What a defensive play by the Giants. Dilfer was hit from the blind side, lost the ball, and the Giants score a touchdown. A 38-yard return with a fumble by Christian Peter. How's that to upset the apple cart?
He gets named the starter right before game time. 2 minutes into the game, he scores a touchdown. Not too bad.
And if you're Tampa Bay, you got to be shaken up a little bit. Christian Peter, who filled in for Robert Harris when he missed some time last season and played very well with a big play.
Get a cup of water because you got to go right again.
Brad Daloiso for the extra point out of the hole of Brad Maynard. And the Giants have a 7-0 lead on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first touchdown the Giants have scored in their last 3 meetings with the Bucs, and it comes on the defensive side of the ball.
2 of the things they wanted to improve on is getting to the quarterback, which they led the league in last year, and turnovers. Here comes Corey Widmer up the gut. Now they have too many men rushing to this side, and then here comes the free blitz on the backside. Jesse Armstead got the hit. Christian Peter picked it up. They blitzed more than they had protected on that side. Nobody touched Jesse Armstead, and Jason Peters off to the races. Last year they led the league in the NFL. They led the NFL in sacks last year. They wanted to improve on turnovers.
You mentioned Jason. Jason's his brother, but Christian, it's all in the family. Hey, nice when you pick the ball up and there's nobody in front of you, right?
Nothing but green grass.
You ever score a touchdown?
2.
Really?
2 of them.
Nice.
You never forget them. You got time for that story?
Yeah, why not? Why Daloiso's teeing it up?
I didn't run as good as Christian did. I kind of just fumbled and stumbled and bumbled into the end zone. But still, when you're a defensive lineman and you score points,
you keep the ball?
I got both of them. There you go. They're painted all nice. Take them all out. You guarantee he's got that one over on the sideline.
Last year, Jaquez Green was only the punt returner. Riddell Anthony was the kickoff return man, but Green's got such great speed. He's such a dangerous return threat. He's the lone man back.
Joe Marciano, the special teams coach, fought for him to be out there.
Brad Daloiso to kick it off for the Giants. A good kick by Daloiso. Green is 1 yard deep. Green with great speed, can't get outside. The Giants take him down. LaShawn Johnson with the takedown. Time for an NFL update. Let's go back to the Fox Television Center to JB.
Sam and Bill, 2 come from behind victories. First at the Meadowlands, New England's Adam Vinatieri, a 23-yarder. And the Patriots up in the Jets 30-28. Meanwhile, in Philadelphia, Arizona had trailed 21-0, but Chris Jackie's 31-yard field goal helped the Cardinals ease by Philadelphia by 1. Back to Sam and Bill.
Well, when we saw the Eagles leading, we said Jake Plummer likes it that way, and great comeback for Arizona to win in Philadelphia.
Away with all the fumbles and turnovers.
Warwick Dunn carrying on first down, short pickup. Talking about comeback stories, the man who made the special teams tackle for the Giants was LaShawn Johnson. What a comeback story that is. A year ago, he was battling cancer, and he is cured and back. And that's a great story for the Giants. Here's Tampa Bay, 2nd and 9. Moore goes in motion. The delay to Warwick Dunn, and the Giants have it covered. Good work up front by Keith Hamilton, number 75. Sam Garnes, number 20, helped out.
Oh, watch Sam Garnes. Sam Garnes is a strong safety. Watch him creep up to the line of scrimmage right here, and there's no tight end on his side, and there's no one to block him. He chases it down from behind. Nobody's there. Look at the penetration right here by Peter. When you get that kind of penetration from the inside, there will be no place to run, and the outside guys can close quickly, as Garnes did.
And now the Bucs show their 4 wide receiver formation. On 3rd and 10, Giants have 6 defensive backs in the game. And out of the shotgun, Trent Dilfer, a lot of movement. Flags fly. It's on the offense. False start.
Before the snap, false start, offense, number 73, 5-yard penalty. It's still 3rd down.
That's Ed Hockley, the referee, his 10th year as the referee, and Frank Middleton, the right guard, was the man who moved too soon. It's 3rd and 15. Tony Dungy with a look of concern. Warwick Dunn is the lone setback again out of the shotgun. Dilfer being pressured, throws deflected by Christian Peter and dropped. Bert Emanuel looked for the catch, but it dropped incomplete. The Giants getting good pressure, and again, Christian Peter with a good play.
Peter in there again. You know, you make a big play like that to start things off. You have so much energy. Look at the push from the Giants' defensive front. All preseason, the Tampa Bay Bucs offensive line has been injured. They've been nicked. Last week in their last preseason game, they didn't even play 3 of their starters. They were out, and they have to come back in. And the defensive line for the Giants is just all over.
Mark Royals, signed as a free agent, played with New Orleans the last 2 seasons, kicks it away to Tiki Barber. Back tracks to the 33. And he's hit and brought down. Good coverage on the play by the Bucs.
That was a good punt, and that was some good coverage, too.
It was the snapper, Mitch Palmer, who got down and made the tackle. 48-yard punt.
There's a flag down on the field.
Check out the flag. Bucs say it's against the Giants. And it is.
Great to change the field position for him. The Bucs got backed up there offensively. The offensive line didn't do anything. Penetration in the backfield shut down the running game. Penetration on the pass rush batted the ball down, and they got backed up. Now with that punt and that penalty, now you can win in the field position more.
Holding by the receiving team, number 34 during the return. 10-yard penalty. The Giants keep the ball. 1st down.
Greg Camella was the man called holding. That's Larry McDuff, the special teams coach of the Giants.
Take a look right in here. There's the hold. I think it pulls them down.
So the Giants go on offense from the 27-yard line, their 2nd offensive series. Sean Bennett and Charles Way in the backfield. And the Bucs crowd alive. Pete Mitchell, the tight end, is split out to the right side. Graham with a pump fake, going deep down the sideline for Toomer. He dives, but he's out of bounds. Let's see. Out of bounds, incomplete. Great effort
That was
by
a
Toomer.
great catch. He couldn't get his feet down. His momentum carried him out of bounds. Watch this layout. He attacks Rondé Barber, a little stutter outside, back inside, and watch him stretch. Well, it looked like his knee might have come down. It looked like his knee got inbound.
Let's see.
1 knee equals 2 feet. Oh, yeah. It sure looked like his knee got down in time.
2 tight ends in on 2nd and 10. That's Dan Campbell, rookie out of Texas A&M in motion. Bennett going wide. Beautiful tackle on the play by Rondé Barber. The twin brother of the Giants, Tiki Barber. Took over as a starter late last season.
You know, one of the things you talk about when you talk about the defense of the Buccaneers, you talk about their speed. Watch the white jerseys and watch the pursuit. Barber runs right past Dan Campbell, who's supposed to be blocking him, and ducks underneath him. And upsets that whole play.
And Tiki Barber is in the game, the third down back specialist. Charles Way in the backfield. 3rd and 11 for the Giants, who have 3 wide receivers in. Graham steps up, and he's brought down from behind. Excellent defensive play. Once again, it's Chidi Ahanotu, the 7th-year man out of California, off to a strong start in this one.
Well, that's it. That's a product of just working. Watch Ahanotu up top right here. Watch him just keep working on Craig. Outside, inside, spins, ducks underneath, never stops his feet.
Graham had an idea of shoveling this one.
Good thing he pulled it back in. There wasn't anybody there.
So 2 3-and-outs for the Giant offense. And Maynard kicks again. Kick is high, coming down to Jacquez Green, waits for a fair catch, and he's got it on the 24-yard line. 7:54 remaining in the first quarter. The Giants, with a defensive touchdown, lead it 7-0. Tonight, special night here on Fox. For 50 years, the stars have gathered on television's biggest night. This year, the Emmys come to Fox. Be there as television honors its finest, the Emmy Awards. Pre-show coverage begins at 7 Eastern on Fox, also broadcast in Spanish in SAP. And, of course, that show will begin as soon as today's game concludes. Bucks from the 23-yard line. They've emptied the backfield. The 2 running backs are split out. Short drop out to Warwick Dunn. He's hit and knocked down. Jeremy Lincoln quickly in on Warwick Dunn.
You know, one of the things Tony Dungy talked about doing was keeping his running backs in. Here's Allstott and here's Warwick Dunn. And there's nobody back here in the backfield where those 2 guys would have been.
You like that formation?
Well, what it does is it challenges the defense, because if you see them in the huddle, you see regular personnel, you keep your regular defense out there. And then you have to run out with them, put the linebackers outside on the backs, creates matchup problems.
Here's 2nd and 9 for the Bucks. The play fake by Dilfer. He's got time, and he fires incomplete to Riddell Anthony. Up at the 35-yard line, Philippi Sparks upended him with a hard tackle, but Anthony holds on, the leading receiver last year for the Bucks.
Yeah, this was the connection for these guys last year. When all else failed around them, Trent Dilfer and Riddell Anthony had a combination. They worked together, they had a connection, and when things come push to shove again early in the season, he'll go right back to him.
They need Bert Emanuel to come back with a strong year. 1st and 10 for the Bucks at the 35. That's Dave Moore in motion. Dunn coming back. Nice move by Warwick Dunn. Gets up to midfield. Percy Ellsworth, the free safety, made the stop, but a great move by Dunn on Philippi Sparks.
Well, there was a hesitation. I mean, that's the play they always run. We have somebody down on the field, one of the offensive linemen, looks like Jason Odom. Down. Yeah, he's going to come out of the game for this play. Watch the hesitation in the backfield by Warwick. It's a little misdirection play. He starts out to his left, then brings it back right, and the hole was wide open because the defensive lineman caved it down. That's the old stutter-o play. They start one way, come the other, and here comes the guard to backside. Giants played it right, but there was just enough hesitation with Warwick Dunn that the hole opened up late.
Jason Odom lifts off to the sideline. Jerry Wunsch, number 71, has replaced him.
That's a great offensive lineman name.
Wunsch.
You know, you got to put that right up there with the Grunhard and Vandervelt. Blockermeyer.
Again, the empty backfield. Here's this shift. Now they go back to the eye. And the tight end, Dave Moore, on the left side. Here's Dunn. Inside, nothing there. Good job by the Giants interior. Christian Peter was there. And Corey Widmer gets up pushing and shoving with Warwick Dunn. The Bucks have totally outplayed the Giants in their last 2 meetings, these last 2 years. They beat them in New York 20-8. They beat them last year here 20-3.
But it's same old, same old. You know, they played great defense. They shut them down for the last 2 years. This defense is a tough defensive unit the Giants have. The problem's been for the last 2 years has been their offense. And thus far early in this game, it's been a problem again. They haven't been, it's been 3 and out, 3 and out.
Jacquez Green is in at the left split end position. Dilfer rolling and throwing, completes to Allstott. He's tripped up, falls out of bounds at the Giants' 37-yard line. Pickup of 13 on the play and another Tampa Bay first down.
You know, the one thing you try to do, watch Michael Strahan right here, number 92. He tried to get a piece of, see, you think it's a screen coming out there. Strahan tries to slow him up, but it takes more than one arm to slow up Allstott. Watch him rush right through Strahan's arm and get into his pass pattern. Nicely thrown ball with the opportunity for Allstott to turn the ball upfield.
And you see Trent Dilfer liking that rollout, moving out of the way of the pressure. A little more mobile as he's lighter. Dunn trying to get outside. It's slowed down, but gets up to the 35-yard line. Corey Wismer was the first man to get a piece of him.
You know, you talk about this unit defensively, and they have the Jason Sehorns and Sleepy Sparks and Strahans, but this guy right here, he's just a tough hombre. Number 90, he battles through the traffic, he lays out, he's always disruptive. Not the most fluent athlete ever to play linebacker by any stretch of the imagination, but a guy who's smart, plays his tendencies, and uses his body to blow things up.
Giants re-signed him in the offseason. 2nd and 8 for Tampa Bay. They're short of a 35-yard line. Allstott's a lone setback, and he carries. And he's straight ahead, and the Giants stop him. Giants have been pretty good inside on the straight ahead stuff.
Well, you know, the one thing that they have to do, Tony Dungy and Mike Shula, the offensive coordinator, said no matter what, you know, we're a running team. We're still an I team. The Allstott's getting up slow. And you talk about the decision to only go with 3 running backs. You have Allstott down. That's really going to test things.
He was injured last season early. Oh, he can't get off under his own power. You see how upset he is here. Now he's getting something under him. Trying to run it off. He is one tough customer.
Take a look at number 40. See that knee? Cedric Jones hit that knee as he hit the line of scrimmage.
Not trying to shake it off. The Bucs cut 2 running backs in their final cut down, and they've gone with 3. The only extra is Robbie Abdullah. 4 wide receivers in. On 3rd down, Dilfer throws and completes to Jacquez Green. A first down for the Bucs at the 23-yard line. Sean Williams in on the stop, but this could be a big year for Jacquez Green if he stays healthy.
Watch Jacquez Green inside, takes Sean Williams in, then pivots back outside. You see the separation? Sean Williams was looking in the backfield to see if the rush had got there. You've got to maintain coverage on a guy as fast as Jacquez Green.
Just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jacquez Green remains in. I wonder if Riddell Anthony a little shaken up after that hard tackle. He came down hard on his back. Dunn trying to get outside. Flipped through a hole. Picked up about 5 on the play. Allstott getting the helmet. Looks like he wants to come back in.
After that first down, the Giants defensive linemen all rotated. Hamilton came out, Armstead came out. Look at the guys up front now. There's George Williams, and he gets sealed, and there's the seam. They're rotating their defensive linemen. I was down there on the field, Sam, right before kickoff came, and it was hot. I was down there for about 10 minutes. I was soaked. It is humid. It's hard to breathe. You come down to Tampa at the beginning of the season, you're going to rotate linemen, and if you're not effective with your rotation, it can hurt you.
2 tight ends in. Patrick Capes line up as a fullback. The play fake to Dunn. Dilfer looking, getting pressure. Dilfer. Nice run. Gets out of bounds at the 14-yard line. That's a good effort by Dilfer. More mobile, running better. He's really gotten into running.
Well, there's some great coverage downfield. Watch the defenders of the Bucs. Watch the matchups here and here. These guys are all covered up. 2 over here, 1 over there. And then the rush is able to get there, but you've got to make it. Ryan Hale that time, the rookie, number 93 for the Giants, he was in there on Dilfer. Dilfer, the lighter, newer, improved Dilfer, got away from the rush.
Giants rotating defensive linemen have Bernard Holsey, Ryan Hale, and George Williams inside. Allstott back in the game.
Oh, wow!
First down.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Did you see the block by Haight, number 82? This is a tight end lined up at fullback because they had to go with 3 running backs. Haight comes in here, and he just lowers the boom. Watch Hape right here come into the line of scrimmage. Bang! He just blows that thing wide open, moving 3 bodies out of the way, enables Allstott to pick up the first down.
Robbie Abdullah, number 27, is in at running back. Allstott is split out to the right side. 12th play of this drive for the Bucs.
He keeps running like that, he won't be a tight end much longer.
Abdullah on the delay. Gets down to about the 11-yard line. Bernard Holsey, number 79, is in on the tackle along with Jeremy Lincoln. Robbie Abdullah, second-year man out of Lehigh, was signed as a free agent last season. Undrafted free agent.
Nice drive here Tampa Bay Bucs got going. Using a lot of different things. You've seen the running game going. You've seen the different personnel groupings. You've seen them complete the passes downfield. You've seen a little mobility out of Trent.
Some confusion in the huddle.
Timeout, Tampa Bay. That's their first timeout.
Dilfer steps out and calls the timeout.
It's a 30-second timeout.
Started on their own 24. They've run the ball 8 times, passed it 4.
Right, and that's what they're talking about. You know, although they talk all preseason about the things that they do to open up their offensive line, they're still a running team. And I believe you have to be when you have Allstott and Dunn. You can't get away from that.
Opening day in the NFL. And opening day here in Tampa Bay. Second year of this beautiful stadium. And I'm told that they are sold out for the entire season with the exception of 600 seats for a game against Detroit in December.
What a stadium. This thing is like an amusement park. I didn't get a chance to come down here last year and do a game. I did them on the road, but look at this place.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. You know, we used to go to games. We used to have to go to the Raiders just for some excitement to see the cheerleaders. You come to this stadium, this is exciting.
2 tight ends in, Hape and Moore, and they're both split out. Warwick Dunn the lone setback. It's 2nd and 10. Giants coming with a blitz. Dilfer fell down, and he's buried.
Didn't look like he ever got out from under center. Diaz steps on him. The guard, 64, as he steps inside to take Hamilton away, plants his foot right on top of Dilfer.
We're coming to the end of the first quarter. And these 2 strong defensive teams
That's the end of the first quarter.
have battled. Tampa Bay showing some offense driving deep into Giants territory. Giants with a defensive touchdown lead it 7-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Honey, we're going to miss our plane.
No, I know. Great shortcut.
At Dollar, our low rates and fast lane service make it easy to get into our cars.
You know, Billy, llama lips are very much like humans.
I wouldn't kiss one. And our express return and on-airport locations make it easy to get out. Assuming, of course, you know where you're going.
This is the flight to Cincinnati, isn't it?
Dollar. Makes sense.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
I was planning a huge football party. You know, food, fun, the works. Then at the last minute, my buddies tell me that they're going to Damon's instead. I'm like, Damon's? Who is Damon? And then they started going on and on about Damon's delicious ribs and Damon's big screens and how Damon treats you so well. Hey, go to Damon's. I got plenty of friends. Hi, Mom.
Try our award-winning ribs, tasty prime rib, or our famous onion loaf and celebrate 20 years at Damon's.
Let's launch it, Flip.
We've talked about this all week. We got to stick with the game plan. We've got to run the ball.
James says the max protect. Outright, fox right, hound right, near right, fifth, 989.
Who's James?
Use your Visa card and you could win a once-in-a-lifetime NFL fantasy. Play flag football with the pros. Go to the Pro Bowl in Hawaii. Be in a Super Bowl halftime show. Or roam the sidelines before a real game. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, and Jay Moore star in Action, the best series of the season, a 1-hour event, premiering Thursday at 9 on Fox.
Sam Rose and Bill Moss here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where the Giants have a 7-0 lead on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by virtue of a 38-yard return with a fumble by Christian Peter. The Bucs deep in Giants territory. Have a 3rd and long coming up. Giants have most of their regulars in on defense. Actually, they've gone to their nickel. And you saw Christian Peter go to the sideline. Tampa Bay 2 for 3 on 3rd down thus far in the game. They've got 4 wide receivers in.
Here's the gun. The buck shot.
On 3rd and 14, Dilfer steps up, throws and completes. Down to the 7-yard line at Jacquez Green. It's short of a 1st down.
Watch what they do right here with Jacquez Green. Watch where they line him up. Right in here, and he's going to follow Riddell Anthony down the field. And as it gets tight in coverage and they get a lot of bodies around him, he throws on the break. Watch him come back right there. And see the separation underneath? Riddell Anthony clears the seam down the field, and then right behind him, Green just stops and turns around.
The 80th player picked in the draft, 3rd-round pick Martin Gramatica out of Kansas State, his first attempt in an NFL regular season game from 23 yards is good. That's the highest pick of a place kicker since 1993 when Jason Elam was picked 70th by Denver. The 80th player, we talked about this, the place kicker was the highest player picked off an outstanding Kansas State
Kansas
team.
State was 12-1, and Gramatica, the 3rd-round draft pick, was the highest player taken off that team.
So the Bucs are on the board. It's now 7-3. Working the sidelines for us this afternoon is Chip Carter. Chip, what do you got?
Sam, we've got 3 Bucs banged up. Mike Allstott has bruised his knees, obviously back in the ball game. They're putting a brace on the left knee of Jason Odom. That's with his sprain. He's going to come back. And Riddell Anthony bruised left ribs after the shot that he took. But all 3 are coming back, Sam.
All right, thanks very much, Chip.
That from a team that came in, as I talked to them before the game, they couldn't believe how healthy they were. They said it's the healthiest they've ever been. I was talking to their trainer, said nobody's nicked up, nobody's banged up. It was a great, healthy preseason.
And here is Gramatica set to kick off. That was a 15-play drive by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Had the ball for 8 minutes, 39 seconds. David Patton and the rookie Bashir Livingston are deep for the Giants.
I think when you drive the length of the field on a hot day like this, you've got to stick with the running game. When you get inside the red zone, that defense was worn down.
Line drive kick by Gramatica is out of bounds. So the Giants will get the ball up the 40-yard line.
Kickoff legally out of bounds by the kicking team. The ball will be placed at the 40-yard line. 1st down.
The NFL starts, and baseball's coming down the home stretch, and we've got it for you on Fox Saturday. Yankees and Indians, that's a big battle. Division leaders, the Astros and the Cardinals. Mark McGwire still chasing Sammy Sosa. The Reds in the race for the wild card spot in the East. In the National League, wild card spot, they're, of course, in the Central Division, go against the Pirates. 2 tight ends for the Giants. Charles Way, the lone setback. That's Mitchell in motion. Graham puts it up, overthrows Amani Toomer.
I'll tell you, that here we are in the 2nd quarter, Sam, and so much talk about the Giants' offense and what they did in the preseason. They have yet to get a 1st down. They've had 2 3-and-outs, and the Giants' defense has been on the field the whole entire time. And a heat like this, that's devastating.
What we heard from Kent Graham, when we talked to him yesterday, was patience. That they had to have patience against this Tampa Bay defense. Graham sends everybody out, trying to set up a screen. It's not there. Hit as he threw. Warren Sapp with a big hit on Kent Graham.
I want you to take a look at what they're doing with John Lynch. They want to use him up around the line of scrimmage, a lot like Leroy Butler up in Green Bay. Watch him come out here. First of all, Bennett gets caught up in traffic, but he comes out, and there's nobody to throw to on the screen. Bennett gets caught up in traffic, falls down, but Lynch was out there hovering around, just sniffing out that screen, Sam.
Well, the Giants very much aware of what John Lynch can do, but Warren Sapp with a big hit. Sapp wants to have a big year. Giants 0 for 2 on third down, 3rd and 10. Graham hits, but completes it. No, it's incomplete. Dropped by Tiki Barber. And another hit on Kent Graham. Warren Sapp does it again. And the Giants are 3 and out. We welcome those of you who are watching the game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. A wild one. Dallas winning 41-35. Sam Rosen and Bill Moss here in Tampa, where the Giants are leading 7-3, but they've had the ball 3 times on offense and have failed to get a first down each time. 3rd punt of the game for Brad Maynard. Clock plays Green in deep. Maynard just gets it away. Bounces out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Good kick by Maynard. There was pressure, but he got it away. 13:44 to go. 2nd quarter. Giants 7, Tampa Bay 3.
Maybe come down a little darker. Maybe.
Cash or charge?
FogDog.com, your anytime, anywhere sports store. Fog Dog.
Stop assuming that just because you're hugging one of these, you can't have a car that was made for hugging these. Alero, with the road hugging active response system. Start feeling connected. Alero by Oldsmobile. Start something.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl.
Early in the 1st quarter, Bucks' first possession. Jesse Armstead with the hit on Trent Dilfer. Christian Peter with a recovery, and he rumbles 38 yards for the Giants touchdown.
Did you see the grip he had on that ball? He squeezed the air out of that ball running into the end zone.
And Jim Fossil checking his offensive chart, trying to figure out what to do to get his Giants offense going. Giants defense has all of its starters back in. Bucks have had the ball for nearly 12 minutes in the game. Giants for just over 4 minutes. Steve Moore, the motion man. The play fake by Dilfer. And he throws, and it's deflected, incomplete. Almost intercepted. Wow. Philippi Sparks with good coverage on the play. Stepped right in front of the receiver, Bert Emanuel.
Here's a man-on-man matchup outside. Felipe's trailing on him. Watch him duck inside right here. Now, Trent had pressure from Keith Hamilton coming upfield. He stepped up in the pocket. He tried to squeeze that one in there.
Philippi Sparks, last year of his contract. Moore shifts again. Warwick Dunn carries. Slowed down. Try to cut it back and made something out of nothing. Check in with JB at the Fox Television Center for an update on that Washington-Dallas game.
Sam and Bill in overtime, 3rd and 2. Dallas with 2 tight ends. Washington tight coverage, and Rocket Ismail blows by the defense. 76 yards to pay dirt, and he wins it. Troy Aikman, 5 touchdowns. Dallas wins it. Back to Sam and Bill.
You know, if you saw the pregame show, they were talking about Ismail and the speed that he brought to the Dallas Cowboys. Troy Aikman said it's the most speed he's ever had opposite Michael Irvin.
4 wide receivers for Tampa Bay. Warwick Dunn in the backfield, and again, Trent Dilfer working out of the shotgun. Dilfer being rushed, gets rid of it, complete to Bert Emanuel, and it's going to be close to the first down.
Right on the line there.
Going to be very close. Depends on the spot here. Bucks want a first down. Ed Hockley calls for the chains for the measurement. It's very close. And I'd love to call him, but this is too close to call, Bill. I'm going to wait on this one. We're early second quarter.
Short by inches. Nope. Good by inches.
Nose of the football. First down, Tampa Bay.
One of the guys they need to step up in their rush is right here, 94, Cedric Jones. He's man-to-man right here on a rush. He's got to win. When you get man-to-man on you, when you're single block, you've got to win. And that's got to help out the rest of you. That was Chad Bradsky there last year. Of course, he departed for the great year. 11 sacks last year, and they need that kind of production out of that position.
Short drop, and the pass batted away. Looks like Bernard Holsey this time.
Sure was.
Second time the Giants have batted down a Dilfer pass. Last time it was Christian Peter. Bernard Holsey, very valuable replacement on the defensive line for the Giants. Can play both sides.
Well, this Giants front. These front guys right here, look at the push they get. Now on the 3-step drop, look, see all the hands go up? You know when the quarterback's got that 3-step drop, you can tell because of the way the offensive linemen set you. They're going to quick set you to freeze you in front, and then on 3-step drop, so you get as much push as you can, then you get your hands up.
Second and 10 for the Bucks. Dilfer being rushed, throws the screen to Dunn. Nice move. Warwick Dunn still on his feet and finally brought down at the 41-yard line. An excellent receiver, Warwick Dunn. Brought down by Cedric Jones. Picked up 12 on the play.
They set this thing up nice. And they buy him a little space in there with Dave Moore, the tight end. They drag Dave Moore through. I want you to watch Dave Moore. They drag him through. Watch they drag him through. They bring him in here. Now watch him turn back on Corey Widmer. See him turn back? Now look at the seam. That's a nice job by Dave Moore, tight end. Slip.
Tampa Wendy's whole chicken breast filet.
Screen kind of set up.
Handoff inside to Allstott. Gets about a yard, maybe a yard and a half on the play. Corey Widmer, the middle linebacker, number 90, made the tackle.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what, you know, when Widmer gets blocked, he knew he got blocked, and he knew that that was his responsibility on that last play. He didn't get out there. He let Dave Moore get underneath him, and he set that thing up. Now he comes right back and just stuffs the middle of that offensive line, running big Allstott at you. I mean, Allstott's as big as Widmer.
Second and 8 for Tampa Bay. Dilfer is 8 for 11, 78 yards. Allstott the lone setback. And that's John Davis in motion, his third tight end. Dilfer. Good defensive by Flippy Sparks on Jacquez Green.
Watch Felipe Sparks play this. Look at his feet. Look at the balance he has in his body so that he can break when that ball's thrown. Now, that's not playing through the back because that ball was caught. It was in there, and then he came up and knocked it out of his hands as he was extending for it. If he hit him through the back the same time the ball got there, then you could throw a flag for pass interference. That was played perfectly by Sparks.
Third and 8 for Tampa Bay. They've got 4 wide receivers in. Giants counter with 6 defensive backs. Dilfer with time going deep for Bert Emanuel. And he's out of bounds, incomplete. Jeremy Lincoln covering Emanuel on the play. He had a step and a half on Lincoln.
Well, you know, Trent, look, he's looking up and he's looking for time is what he's looking for. They bring an extra rusher here, and what that's going to do is going to free up Christian Peter. Christian Peter right here gets the hit on Trent just as he's throwing that ball. He had Bert Emanuel downfield past Lincoln. He didn't have the time to get the ball to him.
Mark Royals with his second punt of the game. his second tour of duty with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tiki Barber lets the ball bounce, and the Bucs have it covered. Down along the sideline by Brian Kelly, and the Giants, deep in their own territory, go on offense. Trent Dilfer hit as he's thrown by Christian Peter.
Steering so precise. We're still trying to find a word more precise than precise. Intrigue. With state-of-the-art steering and suspension systems. Intrigue by Oldsmobile. Start to command performance. Start something.
I can't believe you torched up like that. What were you thinking? You weren't thinking, were you? I don't think so. You think you're different? You think you're special? No, I don't. Get that camera out of here. Did we go over this? We did. You want to coach this team? I didn't know it was the last one. He's so sensitive. These are mine, too.
There is a place on the internet, a virtual city built by SAP out of seamless information. 10,000 companies, every industry, millions of people. Your business linked to theirs in one easy step. Shrink your work, expand your ideas. You've got a business, we've got a city. MySAP.com. Welcome to the City of E.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Oldsmobile and your local Oldsmobile dealer. By PSINet, the internet starts here. By Nike. And by the brewmasters at Budweiser, who remind you that fresh beer tastes better.
That's the defensive coordinator of the Bucs, Monty Kiffin, down on the sideline. Last couple of years he's been upstairs in the booth.
Yeah, well, they kicked him out of the booth. He's too animated up there. Now he's got to contend with the players. And Culpepper said he might choke him down there.
Kent Graham still looking to complete his first pass. He's 0 for 4. Charles Wade carrying, but a flag is down. Kitty Ahanatu in on the tackle, and he's had a strong start for the Bucs. Bucs defense has one guy missing from last season. That's Reagan Upshaw, who's inactive today, former first-round pick. And the word is he may be traded tomorrow to the 49ers.
That's what they're looking at. You know, it's quite a luxury to have that many talented defensive linemen where one of your starters last year, you can afford the ability to trade them. You see this? I want you to take a look at this. This is a new rule this year, the chop block. They get Brad Culpepper here. If you saw the pregame show with Chris Collinsworth trying to block Howie Long, here's Culpepper. This is what Chris did to Howie Long. He rolled up on the back of his legs right here.
Foul.
See that?
Flipping by the offense. Number 77. Half the distance to the goal. Receive first down.
You're not allowed to have your helmet. That's Pettigrew. He came back. You're not allowed to have your helmet on the back side of the legs. It has to be above the knees and in front. If you're going, they still have the slip block and they still allowed to cut you, but you're not allowed to do it from behind. That was flagrant.
Giants have to get to the 22 for a first down. It's 1st and 16. 3 wide receivers and the tight end. Pete Mitchell is split to the right side. And the pass complete to Amani Toomer. Up to the 17-yard line. First completion of the season for Kent Graham. He's now 1 for 5 in the game. And the Giants putting a lot of faith in Amani Toomer. Let Chris Callaway go as a free agent. Signed Toomer to a big contract.
Well, there are a lot of young receivers, and Toomer stepped up last year, especially in the Denver game. Caught the winning touchdown to beat Denver. That's where he got all his confidence. And they're hoping all this young potential they have at the wide receiver spot translate into production.
They split the running back. Bennett out to the right. Pressure on Graham. They've got him, and down he goes. Steve White, the man who stepped in for Reagan Upshaw, had 3 sacks in the preseason with a good pressure and the first sack.
Well, White cleaned it up. But the guy that gets here is Sapp. Watch him work on Pettigrew here. He's the first one to get there. Bats the hands down, up underneath the arms. Look at him. Forces him up inside. And then the end just got the easy job now. Clean up the mess. because that's what Warren Sapp created, a mess.
Sapp's had 2 hits on Graham plus that pressure, so Pettigrew, the rookie's having a tough time with him. Giants have to get to the 22. The toss to Bennett. He's hit and buried at the 15.
And that's the 3rd or 4th time now the Giants offense has been on the field and have not been able to get a first down. Last year they finished the league 29th on 3rd down conversions. They're picking up right where they left them off, if not worse.
They're 0 for 4 on 3rd down tries in the game and have not had a first down in the game. The Bucs defense has been dominant. Maynard at the goal line, but still the Giants lead it on the defensive touchdown, 7-3. Maynard gets time, kicks it high and deep, backpedaling. Jacques Green, the fair catch at the 31-yard line. Almost 5 seconds hang time. There's a flag down on the play.
Oh, yeah.
One all the way back by the line of scrimmage. The 54-yard punt. It's against the Giants. They'll make him kick it again.
Sure. Take the extra 5-10 yards. Warren Sapp has been all over the place from the onset of this. Now, Luke Pettigrew knew that he was going to have his hands full coming into today's game. A rookie starting in there facing the speedy, strong Warren Sapp. And he's not getting any help, Sam. They are not giving him any help. They're not fanning protection to his side. They're not bringing the back up to chip on him. He's one-on-one with Sapp, and it's quite a learning experience for him so far.
Tripping by the kicking team, number 62. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat 4th down.
That's the snapper, Jason Whittle, called for tripping.
Watch John McLaughlin, 95, coming right up the middle here. There's the trip right there.
McLaughlin, a rookie, very impressive on special teams for Tampa Bay. 5th-round draft pick out of California. Maynard is 9 yards deep. So a 54-yard punt by Maynard, negated by the penalty. Giants having trouble hearing the signals. Maynard gets it away. A good kick. Jacques Green, fair catch at the 48-yard line. But the Bucs in good field position. Warren Sapp has been leading the defensive charge.
Right now, see more trucks than an all-night diner. Join the GMC Summer Convoy. Pickups, SUVs, and family vans. 2 million tons of professional-grade trucks. Designed better than they need to be. Like the GMC Sierra, with a larger cab and more V8 horsepower than the Ford F-150 or Dodge Ram extended cab pickups. Come in and make your own comparisons today. This is one convoy you don't want passing you by.
This is an ordinary cell phone. This is Nextel, and this is to change the way you do business thanks to Direct Connect, its digital two-way radio feature. Frank, you see it? Not yet. It ensures instant contact. Bridget.
Got it.
Cost a fraction of cellular. It just passed. And it makes other cell phones...
Ready now.
Obsolete.
Direct Connect from Nextel. How business gets done.
These days you hear a lot about e-commerce, and usually it's about companies with names that end in .com. Actually, e-commerce is for any company that wants a better way to do business, like respond faster to the market, or work better with partners and customers. At Microsoft, we've helped thousands of companies build on their existing systems to create the kinds of e-commerce solutions that can make any business run smarter.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Visa, the preferred card of the NFL. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be. By Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper, this is the taste. By E-Trade, it's time for E-Trade. And by GMC, do one thing, do it well.
Boy, the time of possession's been really one-sided in this game if you look at it. And that's because the Giants' offense hasn't helped themselves out by getting first down, leaving the Giants' defense on the field too long. And in this heat, Sam, they will not be able to hold up.
Allstott in motion. Dunn takes it back the other way. Bernard Holsey got a piece of him. And the Giants able to stop it for a loss. Bernard Holsey, who was in earlier at left end, is now in at the right side.
He's a utility guy. They plug him any place. That's why he's on this roster. He can play left end, right end, tackle. Anywhere they ask Bernard Holsey to go, he'll line up and give you everything he has.
Fourth-year man. Giants signed him as a free agent, 1996.
Good at everything, doesn't excel at anything in particular, but just good all around at everything. You're not going to get hurt with him wherever you plug him in.
Loss of a yard on the play, 2nd and 11. Two tight ends in. Allstott is the lone setback. Moore, the motion man. Allstott up the middle. Good power by Mike Allstott. The A-train to the Giants' 48-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline to Chip Carter.
Thanks a lot, Sam. You know, Bill was talking about the heat and humidity. I grabbed you one of these. Actually, what the coaches are concerned about is the heat index. It's a combination of temperature and humidity. Makes the field feel like 98 degrees right now when the players out here, guys. Sam?
Chip, when we were doing the open with the lights on, Bill wanted one of those.
That looks like 98
That's
degrees.
why I grabbed him one.
That thermometer looks 98 degrees out there. And you know, that's 98, and that's fine. Now, put on 10 pounds of equipment and cover your head up with that big, thick helmet and stuff a mouthpiece in you and socks up to your knees. And I'll tell you, folks, you get lightheaded and dizzy.
4 wide receivers in, 3rd and 6. He fires the pass, and it is caught by Bert Emanuel. Great catch. No, they waved it off. Incomplete. I thought Emanuel had it. Felipe Sparks with a hit.
Well, I'll tell you, Felipe Sparks is having a heck of a game. Watch him again. Look at the body over his toes and watch him close on the ball.
Oh, Sparks almost intercepted that ball.
You know, the secondary has really shown up today in an area that was questioned. You know, you got Conrad Hamilton out, and you have Jason Sehorn out.
Here's Royals on the punt. You surprised that they're going so much at Sparks? Fair catch called for by Barber. It goes out of bounds around the 10-yard line. Giants with a good defensive series maintain the 7-3 lead.
Thinking about hair loss?
Would you like a toupee, sir? Excuse me? Would you like some pate? No, thank you.
Well, now there are effective FDA-approved treatments for men's hair loss. Millions of men have already started using them. So what are you waiting for?
Doesn't look good, does it?
Call your doctor today or call 1-800-49-MERC to find out more.
It's only halftime.
Merck, helping make hair loss history.
Yeah.
In 16 years, John Elway took over 19,000 snaps. Through it all, he always had good things to say about his offensive line. When asked why he chose to play in Denver, Elway pointed to his lineman and said, "Why Denver? I like being surrounded by mountains."
Expect more from an original. Original Coors. Brewed a mile high.
Coors in a yellow can. Now that's original.
Right now, see more trucks than an all-night diner. Join the GMC Summer Convoy. Pickups, SUVs, and family vans. 2 million tons of professional-grade trucks, designed better than they need to be. Like the GMC Sierra, with a larger cab and more V8 horsepower than the Ford F-150 or Dodge Ram extended cab pickups. Come in and make your own comparisons today. This is one convoy you don't want passing you by.
On an all-new special, never-before-seen footage.
Oh, my God!
The one you've been waiting for.
Unbelievable!
Shocking crashes and chases, all new at 8, Fox, Thursday.
It's Jeremy Lincoln on the left. He's the right corner. Felipe Sparks on the right, the left corner. And they've held up pretty well.
Well, you know, they're holding up well, and they've given up very few yards to Trent Dilfer and the Bucs offense. And that's the area that they wanted to attack. But Jeremy Lincoln was in there. Heck, John Fox told us, we said, what receiver are you worried about the most? He said, whichever one Jeremy Lincoln's covering. So far, these guys are holding up strong.
Giants need offense. They're backed up to their 7-yard line. The tight end, Pete Mitchell, is out to the right side. Hilliard is in motion. Sean Bennett slips through, gets up to about the 10-yard line.
Derek Brooks. Boy, I like him. Sam, he walked into our meeting room yesterday, and I just like this kid. What a story he is so far. As he's got his shoe. He lost his shoe. He's got to go over to get his shoe on. See, they don't have fancy shoes like that at Evansville College where they lost the whole program. He went to Northwestern his senior year, was a fullback there. And as a fourth-round draft pick, really probably would have got lost in the shuffle if it wasn't due to all the injuries that have happened at the tailback position for the Giants.
Giants have two tight ends in. Graham completes it to Amani Toomer up to the 20-yard line, and the Giants' first down of the game. How about that? 5:12 to go in the second quarter, and the Giants get their first down.
Well, if you came for defense, you're seeing it. They had the number 2 defense in the league with the Bucs last year, and a strong defensive unit with the Giants carried them. For whatever they got last year, they carried it.
Offensive line remains intact. Giants now have 3 tight ends in. Charles Way is the setback. And Way carries for no gain. Rondé Barber came up from the cornerback spot to make the tackle. 2 Virginia men, Charles Way and Rondé Barber, meeting up.
No, these two guys been battling all day is Warren Sapp here and Luke Pettigrew, the rookie there. There's a little tug block where he comes out on him, he's so wide, and the tackle comes underneath. But that's the one thing Luke has to contend with is his speed, Warren's speed. Even though you got a piece of him, you see how fast Warren is. He's down 20, 30 pounds from last year, and he's explosive.
On 2nd and 10, the play fake, and the pass is caught up at the 32-yard line by Ike Hilliard. Hilliard playing against his buddies, Jaquez Green.
We'll take a look at what they do here. Now, here's Sapp. He's going to get a quick move on Pettigrew. Talk about that speed, Sam. Watch the quick move here. And Brian Williams is going to come over and clean it up. Brian Williams, the center, says, okay, pal, enough is enough. I got to give my quarterback some time.
Nice catch by Hilliard playing against Jaquez Green and Riddell Anthony. Brian Williams back after missing 2 years with an eye injury. Another first down for the Giants. Graham steps up, wants to go deep. And it's incomplete. Intended for Pete Mitchell, and John Lynch
never lost step.
Covered him perfectly.
Never lost step up. Mitchell comes all the way across the formation, goes to the sidelines, and then turns upfield. Graham's waiting for him. He looks in the middle of the field. The middle of the field was covered up. Watch Pete Mitchell. Watch where Pete Mitchell starts, and watch where he goes. All the way across the field and up. Watch Lynch. Lynch never leaves him. He checks the middle of the field first and decides to go backside in the one-on-one. But look, that's covered. You have to throw almost a spectacularly perfect ball right there. He had him pinned up against the sidelines. Graham still went at it.
And even then, I don't think he completes it with that kind of coverage. Here's 2nd and 10 for the Giants. And Kent Graham calls a timeout. Giants
timeout. That's their first timeout.
Giants leading Tony Dungy's Bucks 7-3.
Are you crazy? No, Johnny, don't.
I got saved.
No, Johnny! Johnny, I'm telling your mother. This isn't funny. Hey, sweetie, that's you? Johnny! Johnny.
I got him.
Oh, thank goodness. Johnny? Can I have yours?
How's it looking, Chief?
It's looking good, TJ. Real good.
So what's she dialing?
She's dialing 1-800-COLLECT. We're in good shape.
Oh, no. I think her friend's gonna dial 0.
Well, maybe she doesn't know 1-800-COLLECT can save a buck or two.
I'll rescue her.
Can't send a boy to do a man's job, son. 1-800-COLLECT. Save a buck or two.
The world can be a pretty tough place. Now there's one exciting car designed to take it. Grand Am. With solid form design. It's the most solid Grand Am ever built. Grand Am. Excitement well built. Pontiac.
Two of the decade's most dominant teams square off as Jeter and the Yankees take on the Indians. Fox Saturday Baseball, this week at 1 Eastern.
A lot of similarities between these two teams. Strong defensively, offensively. They haven't been strong. Look at the numbers the last 5 seasons. See where they've ranked offensively. Both head coaches have talked about improving the offense.
A lot of ugly similarities, unfortunately, for both these teams. They're trying to open up their offense, trying to get the things going. Jim Fossil has collected a bunch of talent at those positions. He's got to get that thing moving.
2nd and 10 for the Giants on their own 33. The play fake to Bennett. Graham gets time. Now he's flushed out. Completes to Bennett. Up to the 40-yard line. Pick up a 7 on the play. Shelton Quarles, number 53, in on the tackle.
You know, the guys that work a lot of defensive linemen. Watch Culpepper here. He comes looping around. Here comes the stun inside. These guys are here, and then they bounce back. Look, they're all over the place. It's musical chairs. He has to come all the way from the end position, a Hanatu, to come up the gut. You don't know where this defensive unit's going to come from. They bring it from every place. It's so tough to block them.
3rd and 3. Tiki Barber is in for the Giants, who are 0 for 4 on 3rd down tries. Graham going to run. And he's brought down. Derek Brooks was the man who brought him down short of a 1st down.
Ken Graham told us yesterday, he said, on 3rd down situations, with their pass rush, watch. He said, I'm going to run the ball out. I'm going to try to pick up the 1st down myself. And what he's actually saying is that rush gets upfield so quick on you that if he sees the middle of the field open, he's going to step up and take it. But they close too quick because this defense is too quick.
If you joined us late, the Giants scored a touchdown. First time Tampa Bay had the ball. Jesse Armstead knocked the ball out of the hands of Trent Dilfer. It was recovered by Christian Peter, ran 38 yards for a touchdown. Bucks only score, 23-yard field goal by Martin Gramatica. And a flag goes in. Delay of the game.
Yep. Delay of the game on the Giants. 5-yard penalty. It's still 4th down. Now, that wasn't by design.
Giants have Jason Whittle, a 2nd-year lineman, as their snapper. That's Joe Marciano, the special teams coach of the Bucks. You had a look at Larry McDuff of the Giants, his counterpart on the other side. Jason Whittle snapping in a game for the first time. They lost Lance Smith, a regular snapper, to a knee injury, and he's out for the season on IR. Maynard gets rid of it quickly. Good kick. Wow. Jacquez Green backpedals to the 6. Patton is down to slow him down, and then the tackle made on the play up the 15-yard line by Sean Williams. And the flag is down, and it's against the Giants. Earlier, Maynard had a 54-yard punt negated by a penalty. This is going to be a 58-yard punt negated by a penalty.
Now, he struggled a little bit in his rookie year, but last year he showed the reasons they picked him in the 3rd round and the reasons that he potentially could be a Pro Bowl punter.
It's the 5th penalty of the game on the Giants, who were guilty of penalties in preseason, and last year penalties hurt them a lot too.
Kicking team before kick. Number 90, 10-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down. There's a 2-minute warning.
Corey Widmer was the man called holding. The Giants will punt after we step out for the 2-minute warning. Giants are leading 7-3.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Miller Lite. Taste a true Pilsner.
Hey, Michael, John here. I'm hanging out, having a beer. How come you don't come down?
Man, I'm doing the same thing as you. Why don't you come over here? I mean, the Miller Lite is ice cold and so smooth.
Oh, come on, man. From where I'm sitting, the Miller Lite tastes great.
Yeah, but the women are prettier over here. Trust me on this.
I find that very hard to believe.
And you guys call yourselves detectives.
Miller Lite. Taste the true Pilsner.
You know, we're kind of off duty right now. You know.
Hi.
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 Let's launch it, Slim.
We talked about this all week. We got to stick with the game plan. We got to run the ball.
James says the max protect. Outright, fox right, hound right, near right. Zip, 989.
Who's James?
Use your Visa card and you could win a once-in-a-lifetime NFL fantasy. Play flag football with the pros. Go to the Pro Bowl in Hawaii. Be in a Super Bowl halftime show. Or roam the sidelines before a real game. Visa. It's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
When you buy a bargain basement PC, what you're really buying is a mystery box. Will there be a monitor? Probably not. Lots of software? Ha! A year on the internet, 24/7 tech support? Dream on. With a Gateway Essential PC, you know exactly what you're getting. Monitor, great software, award-winning tech support, and internet access for $25 a month, or less than $1 a day. No mystery there. Call 1-800-GATEWAY for a Gateway Essential PC with an Intel Celeron processor.
The average American family isn't average anymore.
Hello, honey. Oh, God. Bennett Maxwell's soaping my mom.
A new Get Real after 90210 Wednesday.
The Bucks like these University of California guys, and John McLaughlin, a rookie defensive end, has been outstanding on special teams. He'll come inside. He'll be a gunner on coverage.
What they like most about him is his speed. And all the guys on their defensive line that they keep are guys that are fast. You don't see 300-pound tackles and 300-pound defensive ends for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're all 270-pound, 280-pound guys that are lightning quick, and that's what he is.
Interesting story. Suffers from ADD, attention deficit disorder. Is able to get through college, able to get through football and be a star football player, and now playing in the NFL.
He says, you know, when he runs down on kickoffs, the crowd noise affects him. It affects his concentration.
Coaches are aware of it and work with him on it. Maynard. Almost blocked. Return now for Jaquez Green, who was second in the NFL last season, but he goes out of bounds up at the 46-yard line.
Don Davis came free. The linebacker 58 came right up the middle and laid out. Maynard just got that ball off.
37-yard kick, almost blocked.
For centuries, our kings were cursed.
The sedans had narrow handrails, making them hard to control in the corners. Eventually, it was learned wider is better.
With its speed-sensitive steering technology, the Y-Track Grand Prix gives you precise control in the corners. Wider is better. The Y-Track Grand Prix by Pontiac. Now you can get 0% APR financing or $1,000 cash back on any 99 Y-Track Grand Prix. See your Pontiac dealer today.
Johnny! Johnny! Johnny!
Yes, my butter kiss. Time to rub the bunions. Great. You're so sweet, Johnny. Between the toes. I know. Oh.
It's time for E-Trade, the #1 place to invest online.
You've really been wanting a satellite dish, haven't you? You want all the sports. You want all the movies. But you're concerned. Hey, Radio Shack explains everything. And Radio Shack can even install your system for you when you buy now. Plus, when you get an RCA DirecTV system for only $149.99 and subscribe to 99 NFL Sunday Ticket and DirecTV Total Choice Platinum, get 3 months of free programming, all with no long-term commitment. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
In 4 days, Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, and Jay Moore star in a 1-hour television event. Action, a new comedy series, premieres Thursday at 9 on Fox.
Don't forget to be with us next week on Fox NFL Sunday. The best pregame show around begins at noon Eastern. Then it's Washington and the Giants. Tampa Bay visits Philadelphia, where Doug Peterson made his first NFL start today. As Philly blew a big lead and lost 25-24 to Arizona. Out of the shotgun on first down with 4 wide receivers in. The toss almost intercepted by Sean Williams. Very valuable safety.
Well, that's some of the matchups that they're trying to take advantage of. And this time, they get Sean Williams right here on Green. Trent tries to force it in. They're in man coverage with a free safety deep. Everybody's manned up, and they thought it was a mismatch with Green, but you see the speed of Sean Williamson.
He's a big safety with great speed. Second-year man. Normally would be starting, but right now the Giants are satisfied with the starters, and he gets a lot of playing time. 6 defensive backs in for the Giants. 2nd and 10. Dilfer on the slant to Bert Emanuel. His second reception of the game. He was covered by Jeremy Lincoln. No huddle offense for Tampa Bay. 3rd and short for the Bucs. Dilfer throwing and completing for a first down at the 40-yard line. And the Bucs use their second timeout with 107 to go.
That's their second charge timeout. Please reset the clock to 109. 109 on the clock.
Draft beer is an extension of the brewery brought to you, and what I mean by that is beer in its most perfect condition. It's actually beer from a finishing tank at the brewery that is put into a keg. It's then kept refrigerated all the way to your local bar or restaurant. The result is a taste and a drinkability you'll find in no other beer. Draft beer is beer at its best, and there's nothing better than an ice-cold Budweiser draft.
Don't get me started on stockbrokers. I had one for the better part of 10 years. Let me tell you something. The only one who was broker was me. With Ameritrade, it's so simple. I sit down at my computer, a couple of clicks, and I can see for myself. $8 a trade. My stockbroker says you're going to hate online trading. You can add that to the long list of things he was wrong about.
Call toll-free 888-298-1789 or visit Ameritrade.com. Ameritrade, the way to trade, period.
If you don't get AC Delco brand name parts, you'd better get a good brand name shoe. AC Delco. If you're not asking for it, you're asking for it.
No matter what kind of car or truck that comes into my shop, there's one brand of automotive parts I can depend on. AC Delco. If you're not asking for it, you're asking for it.
For 50 years, the stars have gathered on television's biggest night, and this year the Emmys come to Fox live.
God bless America.
Join hosts David Hyde Pierce and Jenna Elfman as television honors its finest.
And the Emmy goes to...
The Emmy Awards, live pre-show coverage begins at 7 Eastern tonight on Fox.
Visa halftime report coming up. JB and Terry back in the studio with scores and highlights of all of today's games. Stay tuned for that, the Visa halftime report. That last reception was by the rookie Darnell McDonald, the rookie out of Kansas State, his first NFL reception. 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay at the Giants 40. Dilfer deep down the sideline for Bert Emanuel. He's got it. Short of the goal line. He beat Jeremy Lincoln. He's down inside the 1. 39-yard pass play.
Number 71 reports eligible. 71 reports eligible. You see Bert Emanuel got the man-to-man coverage that they had downfield. He just beats Jeremy Lincoln. Looks like Jeremy got a step or tripped a little bit there, but you see the separation.
That was the Giants' greatest fear coming into the game. 3 tight ends in. The play fake by Dilfer, and he's throwing. Touchdown, Dave Moore. Trent Dilfer, who threw 21 touchdown passes each of the last 2 seasons, gets his first, and the Bucs have taken the lead. The big pass play to Bert Emanuel burned the Giants, and then Moore, the 1-yard touchdown pass from Dilfer. Martin Gramatica with the extra point. It's good. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with 16 seconds to go in the first half, have taken the lead 10-7. Dilfer rolling. He finds the tight end, Dave Moore, for the touchdown.
Who is going to lead business out of the net? Not us. We'll let PSI Net be the innovators. With their global private network, multi-currency, e-commerce, they want to be pioneers. So be it. We've been in business for 80 years. We give our customers what we want when we're ready.
With the internet, business either innovates or vegetates. You make the call.
Hi, and welcome to NFL Game Day 2000. Bill Dwyer here with Matt, Soft Rock Vescursion.
First in New England, where Keyshawn tiptoes past Ty Law. When you look this good, you should have mirrors on the ceiling.
I do. To Minnesota, where Robert Smith won't need a new clock this Christmas because thanks to Warren Sapp, he just got his clean.
And in Pittsburgh, Bettis tells Darren Woodson, "Hi, my name's Jerome. I'm 5'11", 243, and enjoy taking long runs into the end zone."
I'm Bill. He's Matt. Please don't forget to call us for all your bachelorette party needs.
I'm going right by you. Hey, y'all, give me some help. You getting tired? You need some oxygen? All right, come on. Now what? Come on, give me on. Come on. Come on. Slow down, baby. Let us train out too. Check.
All new Shucking King of the Hill. All new Simpsons starring Mel Gibson. All new Epic Futurama. Fox season premiere Sunday in 2 weeks.
On that long pass play to Bert Emanuel, watch the protection and the time Trent Dilford has. There's no rush here from the Giants defensive lineman. Look at the pocket. He has all day to find the separation with Bert Emanuel. Now that's one of two things. One, they're not quick enough to get there, which isn't the case. But two, they've been on the field too long, Sam.
Gramatica line drive kick, bobbled by David Patton, picks it up, and he stops up at the 13-yard line. Final seconds of the first half coming up. Dave Moore caught 4 TD passes last season.
Welcome to Football Fantasy. Let's meet today's contestant, Chip. It's time to meet your players.
Hey, Chip. Hey, Chippy. Hey there, Chip, buddy.
Okay, Chip, you've got the ball.
Player number 1, what's your idea of fun on a Sunday afternoon?
Wow, that's tough.
I'm going to tote the rock for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Number 2?
I'm going to throw for 406 touchdowns. Just for you, Chip.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, number 3?
I'm going to order pizza with extra cheese for me and my pal Chip.
Yeah.
Funny. Player number 2, here we go.
Oh, time's up.
I can't decide.
You don't have to. You get NFL Sunday ticket only on DirecTV. You get to choose the games and players you want to watch all regular season long.
DirecTV, what are you looking at? Now get 3 months of programming free when you get DirecTV.
Either you can surrender in the face of adversity, or you can dunk in its face.
Select road. Validating tires.
With BF Goodrich tires, it's any road you choose. BF Goodrich tires, take control.
It's a nice day for practice today. Nice day for practice. On 3 Raiders. 1, 2, 3. Raiders! Let's go now. Good day for practice.
Dave Moore, the recipient of the touchdown pass. Valuable man, strong blocker, and he can slip out in those goal line situations.
Plus, he's from the University of Pittsburgh.
Hey, they played pretty strong against Penn State yesterday. Giants run out the clock. That's it. A terrible offensive first half for the Giants. A great defensive first half for Tampa Bay. Giants had a total of 54 yards on offense. The Bucs lead it 10-7 at halftime.
The Emmys come to Fox live.
Who will win for outstanding comedy?
Ally McBeal, Everybody Loves Raymond, Frasier, Friends, Sex and the City.
See who wins live.
The Emmy Awards. Pre-show coverage begins live, 7 Eastern, tonight on Fox.
What happened? I was in the can.
Oh, Freeman just caught a touchdown pass from Favre.
I can't believe I missed it. That's it. Next Sunday, type it.
Don't miss out on the Family Guy season premiere, Thursday, September 23rd on Fox.
It's 4th down. Looks like they're going to have to go for it. There's the snap.
Come on, Johnson.
Johnson scrambles in the
Throw
backfield.
it, baby. Throw it. Okay, you
QB1, you predict the plays before they happen. Log on to QB1 and you could win a trip to the Super Bowl.
Incredible. Hey, Daisy, I ever tell you I did some modeling before I got on TV, much like yourself?
Really? Where?
Department store underwear ads, mainly.
Hey, would you like to join me and my friends while we go try on some new songs?
Yeah.
You know, we models drink Miller Lite because it's so smooth.
But you know, I drink Miller Lite because it tastes great.
See, I knew it. You're no model.
Oh, I am wearing a thong. Backwards, I think.
Miller Lite. Taste the true Pilsner.
You want to see?
Hey, this is Dan Wheeler, host of QVC's NFL Team Shop, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Sure, I'm your guy for cool NFL gear, but I'm also your chance to win a trip for two to the Pro Bowl in Hawaii. Just watch any Monday, write down the item numbers for 3 products, and mail it to QVC. You can enter each week, and it's an offer for you as an NFL Sunday Ticket viewer. So tune in Mondays for the gear and the getaway. What? I can't get away with this?
What would it be worth to wake up in a great mood?
I'm in a great mood.
Because you had a good night's sleep.
I slept like a baby.
In a nice, comfortable room.
What a room, yeah.
How about 10% off?
Hey, I like that 10%.
With Super 8's VIP card, it's yours. Guaranteed.
VIP, that's me.
At over 1,800 locations. Clean, friendly Super 8.
Clean, friendly, yeah.
Super 8. All the room you want.
Yeah.
NFL Sunday Ticket is brought to you in part by Super 8, all the room you want.
The Visa Halftime Report is brought to you by Visa. It's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
And welcome to the Visa Halftime along with Terry Bradshaw. I'm James Brown. Let's get you caught up on the NFL scoreboard. Tell you that down with the Buccaneers right now, and Dilfer has the squad ahead 10-7. Mr. Moore with a touchdown in that one over the Giants. And moving along in Atlanta, the Vikings 17-7. They've done an effective job in stopping Jamal Anderson right now. He has not been a factor in that game. 49ers and Jaguars. Not a big scoring affair there. Low scoring indeed. Rain matter there. It is 6-3 Jaguars. Boy, look at the Lions. Charlie Batch has done a nice job in this one with 3 touchdown tosses.
Barry Sanders not there. Go to the air. That's how you do it this day and time. Stephen Davis says, here's how you do it. When you're watching an open day against the Cowboys around the left side, 28-14. We go to overtime. There it is. This sets up overtime. Michael Irvin, 11-yard touchdown reception. His second on the day. The 4th for this man, Troy Aikman. Now, 3rd and 2. 2 tight ends, 1 receiver. That's Rocket Ishmael. Play action. Safeties bite. Linebackers bite. Who's in the middle? Nobody. 76 yards later, it's Cowboys who had 249 yards in offense in the 4th quarter alone. 41-35. What a game. 1,000 yards in offense, JB.
Cardinals had trailed the Eagles 21-0. Come back to win on a Chris Jackie game-winning 31-yard field goal as time expired. Saints 19-10 winners over the Panthers. Ricky Williams left the game with an ankle sprain on that same ankle. And speaking of injuries, Vinny Testaverde ruptured Achilles tendon, out for the season. Patriots come back to win it on an Adam Vinatieri field goal in that one. Colts 31-14 over the Bills. Harrison 2 touchdown catches in that one. Manning looked good, as did Edgerrin James. He can run. Packers come back to beat the Raiders 28-14. Favre's 14th fourth quarter comeback. Bears, Shane Matthews 25-38, 245 yards in that victory. And the Titans come back to beat the Bengals in a high-scoring affair in that one. Brian Billick loses in his debut as head coach of the Ravens 27-10 to the Rams. And Kurt Warner looked good. Some of you will go to look at news. Others will come back for more highlights after this.
Visa is proud to celebrate the fans this season. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Hey, Howard, switch seats with me. No way. Come on, I've got the scoop on the Redskins-Giants game. I should be in the middle today.
Why don't you guys arm wrestle for it?
Okay. Chris, are you sure that...
Go!
The young season heats up on Fox NFL Sunday. Westbrook and the Redskins rumble with Strahan and the Giants, or Ricky Williams and the Saints battle Young and the Niners. Fox NFL Sunday, next week at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific.
Don't miss it.
Very funny.
We need you and you. It's September.
Welcome back, man. obviously the fans are number one in our hearts, and we're going to give them a lot to cheer about this season.
We're going to be yelling, screaming.
Hey! Here, fellas! We're number one! Number one, baby!
You're 4 days away from an all-new special, never-before-seen footage.
Oh, my God.
The one you've been waiting for.
Unbelievable.
Shocking crashes and chases. Then, it's the one-hour event that will change television. Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, and Jay Moore star in action.
You're pitching me O.J. Simpson. The name is more recognizable than Tom Hanks. But to be fair, Tom Hanks refuses to go that extra mile and hack his wife to death.
Action. Series premiere. It all starts at 8, Fox, Thursday.
Welcome back to the Visa Halftime. Along with Terry Bradshaw, I'm James Brown. Let's get you caught up starting at the Meadowlands.
Vinny Testaverde back, hands off to Curtis Martin. He fumbles. Testaverde goes after the fumble, stops, grabs his left Achilles heel. It's a ruptured Achilles tendon. He is out for the year. One of the keys last year was the injury season in which the Jets were virtually injury-free. Vinny Testaverde gone for the Jets for the rest of the year. Now, back, Drew Bledsoe floats one over the middle. There, linebacker Brian Cox of the Jets picks it up. He goes 27 yards, touchdown Jets 28-27, and with time running out, kicker Adam Vinatieri hits his 23-yard field goal for the win. New England 30, Jets 28. Back goes Doug Peterson, finds Luther Broughton, screen pass, 15-yard touchdown, 21-0 Philadelphia. Plummer back, over the middle. Rod Moore been gone all year. Into this game, 20-yard touchdown, 24-22 Philadelphia. And then with 4 seconds left on the clock, Chris Jackie hits his 31-yarder. It's Arizona 25-24.
In Nolans,
Ricky Williams, remember, coming into this game, not 100%, an injured left ankle, high left ankle sprain. Has to leave this game, comes back in, leaves again. But then Billy Joe Holbert, back, Keith Poole, down the sideline, great catch. 67 yards later, Saints touchdown. Point after, no good. Saints win 19-10. George Seifert loses his first game as head coach of Carolina. Brett Favre, Packers versus Raiders, hits that thumb, re-injured his right thumb. But does he give up? No, sirree. Favre finds Tyrone Davis, but the catch is ruled incomplete. Packers challenge. The challenge is upheld. This led to a Favre to Bradford touchdown, 21-24. Oakland by 3. And then 82-yard drive, no timeouts. Favre to Jeff Thomason. 1-yard touchdown, 28-24. Packers over the Raiders.
instant replay helped Green Bay there. I know you don't like it. Are you slightly changing your mind?
No.
I did not think so.
But it's good. It's good television.
Visa Halftime will continue after this.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
No, it's too red. Too dark. This is going to be perfect.
You can get an orange and blue to last the season at Lucas Paints in Denver. But bring your Visa card, because they don't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Watch NFL This Morning for your chance to play the Road to Atlanta Watch and Win sweepstakes. You and a lucky friend could win a trip to the NFL This Morning set during the regular season and a trip or two to the NFL's big game this January in Atlanta. Just watch NFL This Morning for the winning word, then log on to foxsports.com, send it a postcard, or for an official entry form, drop by a newsstand and pick up NFL Insider Magazine for your shot at the Road to Atlanta Watch and Win sweepstakes. Watch and win big with NFL This Morning, an all-new pregame show Sundays at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific, only on Fox Sports Net.
Hi, I'm Dan Marino of the Miami Dolphins.
And I'm Doug Flutie of the Buffalo Bills.
On the football field, we're opposing team quarterbacks.
But off the field, we're on the same team trying to tackle autism.
Autism affects 1 in 500 children in America today. It's the third most common developmental disability.
And yet there's very little research funding. Education, awareness, and research are crucial in the fight to help our kids.
Join our team. Call the Autism Society of America at 1-800-3-AUTISM.
Right now, Oscar De La Hoya has one thing on his mind, being the first to beat Felix Trinidad. It's not enough to be the undefeated champion, because Trinidad is too. They're two warriors in peak condition, at the height of their power, and this is the ultimate showdown. De La Hoya versus Trinidad, live on Direct Ticket, September 18th. De La Hoya versus Trinidad. To be the best, you've got to beat the best.
NFL Sunday Ticket is brought to you in part by Visa. It's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Welcome back to Tampa, where the Buccaneers lead the New York Giants 10-7, moments away from the start of the second half. As the teams were leaving the field, Chip Carter caught up with the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tony Dungy.
Coach, you got to like the defensive effort in the first half. It basically kept your offense in the ball game.
Yeah, we got a lot of good field position with our defense. Now, hopefully we can continue to do that and take advantage of it in the second half.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Sam?
Thanks very much, Chip. And as far as Tampa Bay goes, the defense has been dominant. The Giants' offense has really been unable to move the ball at all.
Not at all, and that's the whole key. You come down to a place and you play on the road. You can't turn the ball over. You have to sustain drives and get first downs, and you can't lose. That translates into time of possession. You're getting killed there. This defense for the New York Giants has been on the field entirely too long.
Do you think they'll wear down the second half?
Well, unless a thunderstorm rolls in here and it cools down for them, it's going to be real rough.
What about the Giants' offense? What can they do differently in the second half?
Pete Mitchell. Where in the heck's Pete Mitchell? I've heard so much about all these other positions, but Pete Mitchell is the acquisition that ties it all together. Use him in the middle of the field at the cover 2 defense with the Bucs. They get their safeties out of the middle. Use Pete Mitchell in the middle.
Giants defense provided their only touchdown, and that was a strong play by Jesse Armstead and Christian Peter.
Right here, nobody blocked Armstead on the outside. They brought too many to that side, got the sack, got the fumble, and Peter just squeezing the life out of that football. Gets the Giants 7.
But the Bucs burned the Giants after a 39-yard pass play to Bert Emanuel that set up the touchdown to Dave Moore.
Well, you know, they've been staying on the field. The Bucs offense has stayed on the field, and that's translated into this right here. See that? And that's keeping the Giants defense out there entirely too long in this near 100-degree heat. Then you look at the Giants rushing yards. Only 15 rushing yards, 53 total yards, only 2 first downs. And on third down conversion, where they struggled all of last year, Sam, they're 0 for 5.
No Gary Brown, out with a knee injury for another month. They miss him. LaShawn Johnson hasn't run the ball at all. And Sean Bennett, the rookie, has only had a couple of carries and 15 yards rushing the total. Let's go down to the sideline to Chip Carter.
Thanks a lot, Sam. I just talked to the trainers of both teams. Ronnie Barnes for the Giants told me that everything is status quo, no IV bags. The defense is just fine. In fact, the only big injury for the New York Giants right now is the hyperextended right elbow of Michael Strahan, but they said it's going to be okay. He will play. Bucs injury-wise, wide receiver Riedel Anthony, their leading wide receiver from last season, bruised his ribs in the first series, still has not gone back in the ball game. They replaced him with Darnell McDonald, a rookie, and also Carl Williams.
Thanks very much, Chip. One thing they have done is kept Michael Strahan very quiet in this game.
Well, two reasons. First of all, that with that elbow hyperextended like that, it's really hard to, he's a power rusher, a bull rusher, and it's hard to get your hands inside and get that explosion that you're used to, like the bench press. And secondly, he's not getting any rush from the other side. Cedric Jones has been matched up there man-to-man sometimes, and he has not got the rush on Paul Gruber, and that hurts him.
Strahan, who had 15 sacks last season, 29 over the past 2, more than anyone else in the NFL, is a guy that Tampa Bay has game planned for. Deloiso to kick off to start the second half. Jaquez Green is deep for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the second half underway. Green backpedals, 7 yards deep, takes a knee. Strong kick, little wind to the back of Deloiso. A little cloud cover overhead now has cooled things off a bit.
That could be beneficial to the Giants.
Don't forget tonight, the stars have gathered for 50 years on television's big night. And this year, the Emmys are on Fox. Be there as television honors its finest, the Emmy Awards. Pre-show coverage follows football right here on Fox. It'll also be broadcast in Spanish in SAB.
How about our Emmy guys? JB and Chris in the studio, huh?
Not bad.
They got some Emmys.
They deserve them. Warwick Dunn, Corey Widmer smelled it out and dropped him for a loss. With the exception of the one play, the long pass, the Giants defense played well. That long pass, Emmanuel beating Jeremy Lincoln late in the first half really hurt.
And there was too much time. And that's what it was. There was no pass rush, and Trent Dilfer had the time in man-to-man coverage to seek out the separation. But you're right, Sam. The Giants defense, I mean, it's been this situation for them for a couple of years now. I mean, they just stand tough. They keep battling. They're a tough group. Heck, last year they held them to 135 yards and lost the game.
Dunn goes in motion. Bert Emanuel and Jacques Green are the wide receivers. Quick pitch to Green. Slips the tackle and turns it into a big gainer. And he's wrestled down by Sam Garn.
Sam Garn says, that might work outside being a little quick guy, but when you come into my territory, I'm going to lower the boom on you. Now, Jacques Green, what this is, folks, that's called yaks. Yards after the catch. And that's what they want. You know, Mike Shula mentioned it, Tony Dungy mentioned it, said, hey, you know, you look at the San Francisco 49ers when they put up all those points up. He said it wasn't a 50, 60-yard bomb. They got the ball, but throwing it to the wide receivers on slants, quick plays like that, and letting your quick, speedy receivers make something happen.
That one was a 15-yard pickup. Alstad shifts, goes back, and Warwick Dunn reverses. Dilfer is leading with a block. Good play by Dunn to slip the tackle of Ryan Phillips, forced out of bounds up to the 44. And Trent Dilfer was upfield blocking for him.
How about this little misdirection play right here? Look, Dilfer's laughing. Dilfer's laughing about it. Watch Mayberry, the center. Watch him bail out this way. And also Dilfer. Watch the little wheelie deal. And they both come running out like Powers. That looks like the old Green Bay Packers. And Dilfer's out here leading the charge.
Took on Jeremy Lincoln.
Look at poor technique, Trent. Poor technique.
Yeah, but he got the job done.
It was effective.
There you go. First down, Tampa Bay up the 44-yard line. Back-to-back first downs. Blitz coming. Dilfer. Hit as he throws. It's up in the air. It's incomplete.
Oh, yeah. Nice rush by Cedric Jones.
Cedric Jones got there. First time he's gotten some good pressure on.
I'm sure that Foxy had a talk with those guys in there. Here's 94. Watch him come underneath in here. Hamilton gets the press upfield, and then Jones comes underneath Hamilton. I'm sure Foxy told those guys in the locker room, you guys got to get to the quarterback. We can't give Trent Dilfer time if we're going to do things. We have to help out the secondary.
Foxy, in case you didn't know, is John Fox, the defensive coordinator of the Giants. Still likes to call his defensive friend Foxy.
Yeah. Everybody's got a nickname in the NFL.
Warwick Dunn, stopped by Jesse Armstead.
You know, this Giants defense, you know, reminiscent of last year, early in the year, same thing. Tough group, hard hitting, and don't make any mistakes. They fly all over the place. But you remember what happened as the year wore on, Sam? They kept doing this. Look at this. They're just owning the line of scrimmage. And Jesse Armstead there to clean up. They started to get angry with the offense of the Giants. And it translated into the locker room, and there was dissension.
4 wide receivers in for the Bucs. On 3rd and 11. Bucs 4 for 8. And third down tries. Now empty backfield, bad snap. Dilfer recovers the ball, chased by Strahan, and throws it incomplete. Almost a disaster. There's a flag, couple of flags down on the play. Michael Strahan looking out as he figures his team was very successful. It's against Tampa Bay. And in all likelihood, the Giants will decline with the Bucs forced to punt.
A member of the passing team, number 61, was illegally downfield before the pass. The penalty is declined. Brings up 4th down.
That's the center, John Mayberry.
Or Tony.
This is new to the Bucs, the shotgun.
And see, it goes right over Trent's head. And that was fieldable. I mean, it came up over Trent's head. But, you know, sometimes you as a quarterback, you're in the shotgun, you're looking around the field first. Trent didn't look like his eyes were on the ball because that was very catchable.
Mark Royal's 4th punt of the game. Toward the sideline, Kiki Barber watches it bounce out of bounds. And they'll spot it at the 16-yard line. Giants on offense, first time, second half, trailing the Bucs 10-7.
Hey, Luke, do me a favor. Give me that half-inch box wrench.
Red 79, blue 18, hot, hot.
It is more than a trial by fire. It is a rite of passage. And if you can master your fear, outsmart your enemy, and never yield, even to yourself, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hi, Mike Wilmot, Director of Regional Sales. Glad to note to self, try to use the term vis-a-vis in a sentence. Credibility starts with C.
Management. The next big thing from Mike Wilmot.
Hi, can I get some coffee? Oh, are there cups there?
LS. The next big thing from Saturn. More power, more control, more headroom.
Hi, I'm Troy Aikman of the Dallas Cowboys. Please join me in supporting the United Way. The NFL, the United Way in you, the power of teamwork.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by the new larger Saturn L Series, the next big thing from Saturn.
Behind the visor is Brian Williams, the Giants veteran center, back after 2 years, out with an eye injury suffered in training camp in 1997 when he was poked in the eye. A couple of surgeries. In fact, a little less than a year ago, he had a second eye surgery that enabled him to move his head up and eliminated double vision. Toomer with his third reception of the game up to the 23-yard line. So the Giants start the second half throwing.
Well, you look at this. They come with the blitz outside, but watch the rookie Sean Bennett stand up here to John Lynch. Watch him pick up the blitz. Bang. And you know what a hard hitter Lynch is. 230 pounds of Sean Bennett.
Giants have 3 wide receivers and Pete Mitchell in the game, and he split off the line. Through the hands of Joe Juravicius, the big receiver out of Penn State. Catchable ball.
You know, and that battle's still going on. I mean, anytime they're going to leave Warren Sapp alone with Luke Pettigrew, you're going to get this kind of pressure, and it's too fast for Kent Graham to find an open receiver.
Giants go with Howard Cross and the rookie Dan Campbell as tight ends. On 3rd and 2, Giants are 0 for 5 on third down conversions in the game. The toss to Bennett. And he's got the first down. Up to the 28-yard line. Bennett a lot faster than people thought coming out of college.
You saw Culpepper on the tackle that time running outside. And, you know, Culpepper and Sapp do a lot of things together. You know, Sapp gets all the glory. Sapp gets all the credit. Sapp gets all the headlines. But Culpepper is just involved with it all. You know, it always takes somebody else to do something for someone else, kind of like the offensive linemen go unnoticed. Culpepper's the offensive lineman of the defensive lineman, and Warren Sapp.
Flag down, pressure on Graham. He completes to Charles Way out of the backfield for a short gain of 3 or 4. But it's going to be against Tampa Bay. The Bucs were offside.
You know, and that's one thing you try to do as well. I mean, Kent Graham has a great hard count. Everybody in the league's aware of Kent Graham, his voice, very booming voice that comes across
Offside.
at the line of scrimmage.
Defense number 99 jumps in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
I'll tell you, Ed Hockley, he's a referee I wouldn't mess with. I mean, did you just see the look on Ed's face all the time when he calls them? He's got that chin up high. You don't want to mess with Ed Hockley.
He's got the game under control.
He reminds me of like an Army drill sergeant.
First and 5 for the Giants with Way and Bennett in the backfield. Starting offensive line intact. Bennett trying to get outside, tripped up. Beautiful tackle by Derek Brooks. The Bucs MVP last season, two-time Pro Bowler Derek Brooks with a good tackle.
You know, Sapp is so fast, Sam. He lost a bunch of weight. Watch him jump outside of the down block. Here's the down block by Craig. Watch him. He jumps it. Look at the penetration upfield. Folks, you can't run a running play when you have defensive linemen pushing offensive linemen's bodies into the backfield. And that's what Warren Sapp has been doing all day to the run, and he's been winning on pass pro to get to Ken Graham.
2nd and 6 for the Giants after a loss of a yard on the play. 3 wide receivers in. The fake toss. The completion to Pete Mitchell. There's Pete Mitchell. Bill was wondering where he is. Mitchell's first reception of the game and a first down for the Giants. So they put together back-to-back first downs.
Yeah, I like him. I thought when I saw that transaction where he came up from Jacksonville, you know, that they haven't had a pass-catching tight end, the Giants I'm speaking of, since Bavaro.
Yeah.
I mean, Howard Cross is what he is. Hard-working guy. He's a heck of a blocker. Matter of fact, on that Sean Bennett first down, it was Howard Cross's block that sprung open that corner. But Pete Mitchell can work the middle of the field for you. He matches up well, whether it be a safety or a linebacker, he can get open.
3 wide receivers, and Mitchell, the tight end, split off the line. Flags go down. Giants went on a quick count there.
Look at Ed. Watch Ed. Watch Ed give the call. I mean, Ed will intimidate you.
He's a good man, though.
He's always has his games under control. No question about his crew.
For the snap, number 65, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Ron Stone on the false start, the 6th penalty of the game for the Giants.
Well, you know, you come on the road, Sam, and you can't turn the ball over. You have to be able to produce first downs, and you can't have penalties. It doesn't matter where you are. When you go on the road, you can't do it. You see the movement there by Stone.
Giants set back to the 36-yard line. And again, the Giants this time go with 3 wide receivers plus Pete Mitchell to the left side. Sean Bennett, the lone setback. Everybody out. Completes to Toomer. He's pushed back by Rondé Barber. 4th catch of the game for Amani Toomer. This one a short pickup. Picked up about 6 on the play. Make it 7 up to the 43.
8 of 7.
Giants going with short stuff. Kent Graham was telling us yesterday, tough to get a long the big play against the Tampa Bay defense. You've got to be patient.
They have to. They have to go with the quick stuff there because anything else and that pass rush is in the backfield.
2nd and 8 for the Giants. Have to get to the Bucs 48-yard line for first down. Wide open. Ike Hilliard on the reception. His 2nd catch of the game. Again, a short pickup on the play. Shelton Quarles and Hardy Nickerson. Hardy Nickerson is a big comeback story for the Bucs. Went out with a heart ailment, missed the last 6 games last season.
You know, you mentioned Hardy Nickerson and Brian Williams and the extent and the things that they go through. Sam, that's why the NFL is the most loved sport, because these guys sacrifice more than anybody else I can think of.
Graham sends everybody out, and it's incomplete. Try to get it to Jervis.
What a play by Kelly.
Flag, but it was well covered.
What a play by Kelly. Stuck his hand in front just as the ball was getting there. Didn't have a hold of his arm. Wasn't hooking around the waist. Perfect position, Brian Kelly.
And again, the Giants' offense fails. Brian Kelly, the 2nd-year man out of Southern Cal.
0 for 6, Sam, on 3rd down conversion.
Oh, they've got 1. 1 for 7.
They got one
the
first
last
down.
One, yeah, they got a first down on the run by Bennett earlier on that drive. Maynard pressured, gets it away toward the sideline and out of bounds. And we'll see where the spot is made. The Bucs take over after a strong defensive showing at their own 11.
You know, running your own business is not as glamorous as you think. It takes sacrifice, discipline. If you don't deliver, someone else will.
Okay, can we go now?
Sure.
Self-employment, the next big thing from Mitchell Lee. LS, the next big thing from Saturn. More room, better performance, really dependable.
Hey, Daisy, I ever tell you I did some modeling before I got on TV, much like yourself?
Really? Where?
Department store underwear ads, mainly.
Hey, would you like to join me and my friends while we go try on some new songs?
Yeah.
You know, we models drink Miller Lite because it's so smooth.
But you know, I drink Miller Lite because it tastes great.
See, I knew it. You're no model.
Well, I am wearing a thong. Backwards, I think.
Miller Lite. Taste the true Pilsner.
You want to see?
When you're pulling into port, one word, it's mesmerizing.
Iceland, Greenland,
Korea, Japan,
Hawaii, Canada, Mexico,
Hong Kong, Singapore, Bahrain, Dubai,
Guam, Victoria, British Columbia,
Paris, France,
Australia,
Australia,
Greece,
Naples.
hard at sea. The Navy gave me the opportunity to see big.
I wanted to see the world, so I figured the Navy would be the best place to do that.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Descriptions are without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
On Davis in the middle. Watch his rush. I'm going to show you how close he is to blocking that thing. As you saw it full speed. Now watch what he does here. He's a rookie linebacker, and as he extends his hands are straight